Hello, North Shore kids. Today I'm going to do a modified version of a juggling routine. Those of you that know Mrs. Carter's juggling skills, you know they are not that great. But I can juggle scarves, but guess what? I'm at home on quarantine, no scarves in my house. So today I'm going to show you some options of things that you can do. So first I'm going to go through all these things, and then I'm going to do a little bit of juggling, and then you can practice on your own. So first thing, when you look here, this is a Ziploc bag, and all I did with, this is a big one, but I only had one big one, but you could also use regular sandwich bag, which most of you would have these in your house. All you're gonna do, you might wanna have your mom or dad or brother or sister help you with this. Open it like you would normally, but really you're zipping it closed all the way except for the little corner, and then all you're doing is blowing in, sealing it shut. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this in a little bit. Next thing I have, 3 napkins, paper towels would probably work, Kleenex, anything. These are going to be my 3 scarves. That's going to be one option. And after that, I have 3 grocery sacks. They're all different, so this one's a little tricky, but I'm going to show you some juggling skills with this one that you can work on. And the last one is when we use the juggling balls or the hacky sacks. I'm going to show you one that you can make with probably stuff you have on hand today. I do not have any balloons in my house because there's not been any birthdays lately, but I have a ton of gloves for when we're going out or making sure we're being safe. So if you have gloves at your house, all you got to do is, you might need some help with this, but take the fingers, or this is how I did it. It's not the right way, but it's the way I did it. Tie the fingers, I'm trying to remember how I did, tie the fingers together. However, clearly there's no science to this. I'm just tying them in a knot to get them out of the way because you don't want the rice or beans or whatever you happen to be using to go there. I did one like I'm tying my shoe, then I'm just picking 2 fingers and double knotting that one just to get them out of the way. Once you're done with that side, put it over a cup, like any size cup, it doesn't really matter. Just enough, and then I already have just whatever amount of rice, or you could use flour, you could use beans, dried beans, not beans out of a can. Whatever you have on hand. I happen to have rice on hand. You can spill a little, it's okay. And then you are going to twist it and tie it. I think I did the other one different than this one. Oh, I know what I did. I tied the fingers to it. That's what I did. Sorry. See, I told you there's no right or wrong way. I'm making this up as we go along just to give you some ideas. That one you are definitely going to want to double knot. And then all of a sudden you have now a little messy, sorry my dogs are being loud, a little messy, fingers are in their way, but a juggling ball to work on. So we're going to work on those in a little bit, but now we're going to go back to what you can do. I'm going to move over here where I have space, what you can do with the Ziploc bag. You decide what size. If you have the small one, we're playing keep it up. Remember in PE when we had the balloon and you wanted to not let it touch the ground? So trying to keep it up. How many times in a row can you go? Okay, so that would be that one. Now if you have the big one, it is a little more fun because you got more air, means it's gonna stay up longer. So you can use only fingers. I know you're seeing how coordinated I am. And parents are laughing at me right now. You can pretend like you're a soccer player juggling the ball using your knees. How many body parts can you do? If you want to do that one, put in the comments how many you could do. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to do my head, my finger, my finger, my finger, knee, foot, hand again. And if it drops, start over. No big deal. How many can you do without it hitting the ground? If you have a sibling, brother, sister, or mom or dad wants to do some PE with you, back and forth, how many times can you keep it in there? Or take something and draw a line. I'll take a pillow because that's what I got right here. And if your sibling's on the other side, you're tossing it over. My dog is tossing it back, but she wasn't very good. They're tossing it back using that as the ball and not trying to let it touch the ground. So this is an option of something you should have probably in your house or something like it. Next thing is 3 napkins. Now these are actually super thin because they were party napkins and they came apart. So I don't even know if this is gonna work. But if you remember in PE, how scarves do we start with? I'm sure you all just shouted, 1 scarf. So put it in your right hand. Remember, across your body, catch. Across your body, wait till it comes down, catch. Across, catch. So you start with 1. If you just want to have fun with 1, think about, try to remember all the things we did with PE, where you're tossing it up, clap, 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 before it touches the ground. Or can you toss it and spin? How many times? And try to catch it before it touches the ground. Ah! Cleo, go. Sit. Cleo, sit. Cleo, sit. Distraction by the dog. Sorry, now we're going to...
Cleo, come. Cleo. No.
Okay. And hold on, we're going to get the dogs going. Video's going to keep running. This is the reality of my house. And go get it. Cleo, go. Okay. Good times, people. That's my house, what's happening here. So now we're going to switch to 2. Remember, you cannot do them at the same time. You're making an X across your body. So toss, toss, catch, catch. So here we go. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Keep working on that till you get 10, depending on your napkins, how thick or how thin they are. For some of you, that'll be so easy. For some of you, you'll be like, oh, I'm having a hard time. Just go back to 1. This is just for fun. If you want to add 3, the third one, this one's hard. This is hard for Mrs. Carter. Remember, you pinch it in the middle. Remember, like a stinky diaper. So you got to keep holding them separate. So I put mine with my pinky and my ring finger. My pointer and my thumb hold the other one. My middle finger separates the 2. 1 in my left hand. Usually you hold 2 in whatever is your dominant hand. That's the hand you write your name with. So if you don't remember, pretend like you're writing your name on a piece of paper right now. You're going to start with the one hand that has 2 in it. So it's going to be toss, toss, catch, and right before you go to catch this one, you got to toss the next one. So let's see if Mrs. Carter can do it, because I don't know. I have not tried it with napkins yet. Here we go. And my dogs need to just stay out of my way. Coco, go. All right, here we go. Toss, toss, catch. What? Didn't work. Failure number 1, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try it again. Here we go again. Toss, toss, toss. And if you mess up, keep going. Toss, toss, toss. There we go. Okay, I kind of had a rhythm there. This, I'm not messing up on purpose. This is a lot harder than it looks. So there is the napkins. Last thing, we're going to do grocery sacks. Now, if you have the same kind of grocery sacks, like all from Albertsons or Lowe's, wherever this is from, I don't even know, Winco, it probably helps to have the same one because they would be about the same weight. With the grocery sacks, you would do the same thing. Start with 1 to get an idea of how long it hangs in the air. So I'm going to start with my dominant hand again. Toss, catch. Toss, catch. See how long that stays in the air? Toss, catch. If you can get 10 easy, cheesy, lemon squeezy, trade up and add a second one. Now remember, it is toss, toss, catch, catch. You can't do it at the same time, or you will not be able to add a third one. So here we go. Get your bags if you have them and get ready. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. If you can get 10 like that, this is way easier than napkins, by the way. And you're ready to add the third one. Now one of the positive things to having 3 different grocery sacks is I know which one I need to go next. So I'm going to go white, gray, brown, white, gray, brown. Remember, start with the hand that has 2 and then wait for it to come down. That's when you're catching it. So let's see how this goes. Haven't tried this yet either. Here we go. Toss, toss, catch. Whoop! That was easier till it went too wide. Oops. Gotta have both in one hand. And it kind of gets in the way. But I know you guys are way better jugglers than me, so keep practicing. See how many times in a row you can do that. The last thing for our little mini juggling review lesson is our juggling balls we made. Remember, Mrs. Carter cannot juggle juggling balls. Miss Marisco can. She is really good at it, but Mrs. Carter is not. And some of you were even on the juggling club, so you can count this as the juggling club. If you can do any of those scarves 15 times in a row, when we're back at school, your name goes on the poster. If you can do the juggling balls, I'm going to say 20 times, if you can get to 3. All right, so remember, when you are juggling, take your hands, palms up. It's like you're splashing water on your face. Splash, splash, splash. That's how you're tossing it. So when you have it in your hand, you toss it up, toss it up. You want it to be just above your head. Toss it up. You don't want it sky high hitting the ceiling because it'll never work. Toss it up, toss it up. Okay, once you get 10, then you would add the third one. Remember, don't go at the same time because you won't be able to add a third one. So it still is toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. I'm sure you're all clapping and applauding for me right now because you know that was a big deal for me to be able to do that. If I have a third one, because I haven't made a third one yet, same thing. Start with 2 in one hand. So it would be toss here, toss, and then you're tossing this one on the way down. But if you can do 2 consistently, you are rocking it. You are ready to go. So this is just some ideas of things that you can do with quarantine stuff you have at home. If you have juggling balls your way ahead, you could also do socks. And those of you that are really good, like I know there's some of you that can already juggle 3. Ask your parents, what can you juggle? Or if you don't want to bug them, like if you got tangerines, you can juggle tangerines. Anything that's about the same size, if you change size, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So if you're looking for what song to do, ask, like for me, I'm going to say, Alexa, play Afro Circus. Let's see if she knows the song. Here we go. Are you ready? Alexa, turn it up to 10. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Ready, ready, ready? So that is what you can be doing. Have an age break. Alexa, off. I know next year you will all be able to juggle 10 times better than me when we see each other again. This is a great thing to be practicing. I can't wait to be impressed by you. Have a great day and love you and miss you guys.